Taco Comfort Solutions is celebrating the 100th anniversary of its mission to deliver innovative and dependable heating, cooling, and plumbing solutions to the world. As current owner and CEO John Hazen White Jr. recalls, this global family of companies started from very humble beginnings.
If I look back at the history of Taco and the sort of evolution of the product line, I think about my grandfather who wanted to break away from being a boiler salesman to having more to offer his customers. So I think he purchased the remnants of a broken down little company that made some sort of a water heater called a fire pot generator, and evolved into all of the accessory items that supported that sort of product line, and from tempering valves to hot and cold water mixing valves to zone valves to circulators to heat exchangers, and ultimately Taco at this point as a company, when people ask me what do we do, well, I explain it basically this way. I say we make products that control the flow of water. We don't necessarily heat the water, but we control the flow of water, and in an energy efficient, comfortable way. So I think what we started out with was one product to heat water, and have ended up with all the accessory products to control the flow and maximize the comfort and efficiency of a heating system.
In 1920, founder Elwood White would move the company to Rhode Island to work with engineer Robert Blanding. Together, they would go on to successfully develop and market a tankless water heater and a tempering valve to control mixing cold and hot water. A business that started as the thermal appliance company would be renamed Taco Heaters, Inc. Elwood White's company thrived to become the leader in the domestic water heater market, even in the midst of the Depression. Taco Heater would become a generic name throughout the industry. To keep his employees working during World War II, Elwood headed to Washington and secured a government contract to build gun mounts for Navy fighter planes. With the death of Elwood in 1942, his son, 29-year-old John Hazen White, became the head of Taco Heaters. John had only joined the company in 1939, working in the New York City advertising office and as company treasurer, but he had little exposure to the manufacturing side. Despite his inexperience, John would go on to fulfill Taco's government contract for Navy gun mounts, and in 1945, Taco would earn the prestigious Army-Navy E Award for excellence in manufacturing by reducing the cost of the gun mounts by 50%. With the end of World War II, Taco returned to domestic manufacturing. Needing larger manufacturing space, John purchased the United Trolley Company trolley barn in Cranston, Rhode Island, where the company headquarters and manufacturing remains today. To this day, the White family has kept Taco in Rhode Island because they feel a deep responsibility to the state, their employees, and the community.
The employees of this company mean absolutely everything to me. They have not only committed their lives and therefore the lives of their families to the success of this company, but they've also allowed me the chance to succeed, which has allowed Taco the chance to grow and prosper. And so this is a community, and there's no mistaking that is something that has provided such an advantage to Taco and truly differentiated this little company from, I would say, most companies in the industry, but certainly most any company that I've ever seen anywhere in the world.
Since the 1930s, the company had been producing a three-piece dry motor oil lubricated circulator, but in 1958, Taco introduced the Perfecta, a low-cost circulator that would be lubricated by the water flowing through it. John licensed the design from a Swiss inventor, Dr. Carl Rucci, but Taco had to improve the circulator for the American market. The new design, with a replaceable cartridge, became Taco's long-lived 00 series, led by the launch of the legendary 007 circulator in 1974. In the 1960s, the company changed the name from Taco Heaters to Taco Inc. to reflect its more diversified product line. Taco also opened up a European trading arm for Taco in Zurich, which was sold off and later became Taco Nova. In the 1980s, Taco purchased a 60,000 square foot facility in Fall River. This allowed Taco to grow its commercial products and expand its portfolio of heat exchangers and expansion tanks. During these years, John traveled the world to pursue markets in Europe and the Middle East. Taco Inc. was rapidly becoming the global company it is today.
We've tried to look globally at both sourcing our materials and selling our products, and I think with quite some degree of success in all fronts. I think it's been important for us to look at ourselves as a global company.
In the 1990s, to ensure their employees, reps, and customers had the most up-to-date information, Taco opened a unique resource in the hydronics industry, the Taco Learning Center. This was followed by a LEED Gold State-of-the-Art Innovation and Development Center in 2012.
I strongly believe that Taco has created a training arm of the company, product training, system training, second to none in the industry. So I think that it's been so important to us to not only provide products and accessibility to market, but also the support to know what to buy, when to buy, and how to design efficient, comfortable systems through our own training mechanisms. But our support begins with the reps, who then support our customers. Our mission has been to be the easiest company to do business with, to provide the most reliable products that people can buy anywhere in the world, and we do that through just complete focus on support to the marketplace, to the customer base.
Having worked in various capacities at Taco since the 1980s, John Hazen-White Jr., or Johnny as he's known throughout the industry, became CEO and president of Taco Inc. in 1997. Johnny brought a fresh approach to the business. Taco made advancements in energy efficiency with the purchase of suite controls to broaden its electronic control product portfolio, launched the Taco Zone Sentry, the most effective zone valve on the market, and introduced the revolutionary Load Match single pipe system. To better serve Taco's expanding customer base, Johnny acquired Hydroflow Pumps and Precision Investment Foundry in Asia, as well as Ascol Se in Italy, one of the early pioneers of high-efficiency ECM pumps. He also brought Taco Nova back into the Taco family of companies.
It's interesting as I look back at the evolution of the company, particularly in my 40 years here, to see that at one point in time, all of what we did in terms of products was to provide products for people to buy that did certain functions for them in terms of hydronics. Well, as time has gone on, it's become so much more important to focus on really two areas. One is comfort, one is efficiency. So everything we've done for the last 10 or 15 years has focused on both of those things. System design for comfort, system design for efficiency.
To emphasize its commitment to energy efficiency and quality affordable products, Taco Inc. rebranded itself Taco Comfort Solutions. In 2016, Taco won a second E Award, this time from the U.S. Department of Commerce. It also launched the 007E, a high-efficiency ECM circulator which established Taco as the leader in the North American ECM circulator market. In 2019, Johnny brought Cheryl Merchant on board as president of the Taco family of companies to help drive the future growth of the organization. However, throughout the 100 years of Taco's existence, one factor has remained constant: the White family.
Taco is still currently owned 100% by the White family. It's owned by myself. And the great news is, in terms of the involvement of the White family, the great news is that my two sons are involved, John and Ben. Are both very involved in the business. John actually has the job I had at one point in time, which was the OEM sales division, so he's on the sales side. Benjamin is on the business development side, the strategic development and the internal workings of the company. The most important thing I can think of about Taco and the things we do and why we do them is because, in the end of the day, with all the things going on in the world, which is complicated and confusing, and all the things going on around us in the business, the one thing that's most important is that we have a safe place, a wonderful place, that provides such an opportunity for so many people, from families to our employees to our customers. And the driving engine behind that, and it's important for me to say this on our 100th anniversary, is that I love this company with all my heart and soul. And I continue to put everything I have into its success. It's a beautiful, wonderful thing. It's a true blessing. And I just plain love it.